Hi guys, it's been a minute. Thank you so much and welcome to my channel once more. If you're new here, I'm Shiko Moshina. Continue subscribing, continue commenting, sharing with your friends. And like I keep saying, I'm not a professional over any of the things that I speak about here, but I do have experience from some of them, and it doesn't hurt to share, encourage each other in life, and share the little knowledge that we have over stuff that we do and continue growing together. So, Valentine is around the corner. Aren't we excited? I know some of us are, others are not, and the others even have no idea what that is. We are all human beings, doesn't matter in which category you find yourself in. But one particular thing I wanted to talk about today is the ladies. I'm sorry, feels like I'm coming at you, but I'm not. I could be saving you over some trouble, over some stress that is truly unnecessary. I feel like we set too many standards for men, especially on things surrounding this day, Valentine's. Um, Honestly, for me, I feel if you're in a relationship with a guy and he's been hitting all the right boxes, ticking all the right boxes, and it's just this one particular day, Valentine's, that is not bringing you flowers like the rest of the ladies have flowers in your office, I don't know, in your apartment. And this is the one thing you're judging him by, and now you have to end a relationship over year plus because he didn't buy you flowers, he didn't get you a gift, he didn't take you to dinner. Yet he's been doing every other thing right. I'm here to burst your bubble, especially if you're dating an African man, Kenyan to be particular. Um, Love language when it comes to men, especially our men here in Kenya, as long as he is provided, especially let's say in the setup that you're married, of course, you're living in the same house, you have kids. He's given, he's provided a roof over your heads. Kids are going to school. You never missing a meal. You want to go to the salon, gives them money for the salon. Foods like your bills. For him, he's about done with love. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And if he's doing these other things of surprising you with perfumes, surprising you with gifts here and there, taking you out, those are just extras. That's how they see it. And if you have that knowledge, then you'll not be disappointed at all if he doesn't bring those flowers, if he doesn't bring that perfume, that dinner, that wine, that chocolate, really. And I see women stressing over this day, and then you find like 2 weeks, a month later, you still hung up on 14th of February, the day that he didn't bring you anything. And maybe a week previously or a month previously, he had taken you out, he had bought you a gift. But now, all of a sudden, because he didn't do it on this one day, now he's doomed. Now you're kicking a very good man to the curb just because he didn't do anything for Valentine's, really. Why would you do that? Why would you center your entire lives together over one day? Don't let influencers and movies set standards for your relationship. It's you, the person who knows. I keep telling you guys, it's you, the person who is living in your relationship, that knows what you want. That influencer, I know what you want. Most of them are just working, showing you how they've been showered with gifts and all that. And then you're here now setting standards for this man out of nowhere that he's supposed to accomplish all these things. And if he doesn't, then you're done. Then he doesn't love you. Then a whole drama, right? And even if some of these things that are done for some of these women are true, so it also depends on where you're coming from with your guy, the history behind your relationship. I feel like we are all wrapped up in the fire when a relationship is starting, and you don't get to tell your man all the things that you'd love. You don't get time to try to figure out this guy behind the looks, behind that car, big nice car that he drives, behind that fancy job that he's got. Who is he really? Is he a fun loving guy? Is it a guy that loves going out? And should he get married? What kind of woman does he want in his life? Does he just want a mother? Does he just want a partner in life? Someone to laugh with, someone to share fun moments with? These are all the hard questions that women don't get to ask in first dates, second dates, and, before the many days that are there before you guys find yourself in marriage. And now, when you get in marriage, this guy, perhaps while you were dating, he was so particular and he said, I want a mother for my kids. Now, you go ahead because somehow you feel as if you're being rushed to get married. You get married to this guy. Now you're in marriage, 2 3 years in marriage, and now all of a sudden you've seen, someone in the office, or you're watching a movie, they're getting flowers, they're being taken out for dinner. Now you want this guy to take you out for dinner, and he's like, who'll be left with the kids? Perhaps you guys even have a nanny, but now he's asking you who'll be left with the kids. Because for him, he was so particular that he wanted a mother for his kids. So for him, if you're out, you should be out with the kids. If you're going anywhere, you should be with the kids. For him, he considered his kids with anyone else rather than you, then they're alone. So now you're here starting to say, oh, he doesn't see me as anything else. I'm just a mother to his kids. But he told you when you were starting the relationship, he was very particular and he told you that. But for you, back then, you just laughed and you just giggled. And he's telling you, you look like a woman who can be a very good mom to my kids. You're motherly, you're what. And you're laughing and feeling all nice and high because you've been told you're the best woman in the world. But all you are told is that you're a very good mom. So now you cannot come here and start telling him to take you out for dinner at night. You are asking for candlelit dinner. Who'll be left with the kids? For him, he cannot fathom that. So I feel like if you're here and you're watching this video and you're not married yet, you're dating, or maybe you're yet to date, this is the kind of the background knowledge you should have. Like, enjoy yourselves. I'm not saying that you should be all serious, but these are very important questions that are going to guide you for the rest of your relationship. Because we love throwing this phrase around. I don't particularly like it, but in this scenario, so that you kind of get where I'm coming from. You know how we say, oh, men are dogs. I'm a new breeder, so now I'm keeping dogs, have a number of them. And one thing I've noticed, I've bought older dogs and I've bought puppies. It's very easy to train puppies. It's very hard to train older dogs. Because, like they say, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, right? So these puppies, even this puppy, from when it's young, for example, when it comes to where it's supposed to, poop, where it's supposed to go shit, if you show one particular corner and you train it for weeks, that's where it's been going, that's where it's been shitting, and then you come and clean up, and now all of a sudden you want to change that corner to another one, it will take you time, right? It will take a long, long time. And now, if it's an older dog, it's a whole task to teach them new tricks and to teach them new mannerisms that you want them to adopt. Same case with men. You cannot come telling men that you've gone in a relationship, now you've been dating for 5 years, or you've been married for 5 years, you've seen so and so being taken out for candlelit dinners, and this man over the years has been telling you that, joking around, and you laugh to his jokes when he says that I consider going out wasting money. Why can't we just cook food in the house and eat, right? Kwa nini tunachafua nguo, tukishinda kuvaa nguo ndio tukaende tukakule some expensive food? Eh? So, and then now you're back 5 years later, you've met a friend who goes out with their husband, who goes for dinners with their husband, and now you come and start telling your man that so and so is taken out for dinner, but you never take me out for dinner. You'd be like wondering, where is this coming from? I mean, we always have dinner with you in the house, so I don't get how together we are going to be when we go out more than together that we are in the house. So all I'm saying is, as much as you're enjoying all these good things that these men are doing for you while you're dating, be very keen on what they are telling you. In fact, I feel like men always tell the truth, especially when they are new in a relationship. They always tell you the truth. But us, we don't listen. And even if we do and we are hearing what they are saying, we are not really digesting it because naturally women feel like they can change situations and they can change people. So even if he tells you he doesn't like going out or he doesn't like his woman going out alone without him, you somehow believe you can change his mind years later and start saying that you want to go for coffee with your girls and for drinks with your girls on Friday, on Saturday. And you're like, where is this coming from? And you guys start having problems and you're wondering, why is he like this? So and so's husband allows these things. But now, these are two people that did, or, the foundation that you laid out is very different from the other person. There are even other women that are so lucky, they even don't get to really talk about it, but they fall for the kind of guy that is outgoing naturally. So it's just smooth all the way. But just to be on the safer side, it's good to have these conversations, these hard conversations that make you feel comfortable, uncomfortable, I mean. These hard questions, it's good to ask them. Otherwise, you find yourself in a situation where now it's Valentine's Day and you're all mad because you didn't bring flowers. You're all mad because you didn't bring chocolates. And I find it being unrealistic because if this man has been doing everything for you, perhaps even got you chocolate some other day, men are really hard to understand, right? You feel like they're really hard to understand. But over the years, there are things that I've learned with men. For them, it's all pegs down to providing. They feel masculine, they feel really good when they are able to provide for their woman. So, like I began saying, all the rest of the things are extras. But these extras, some of them are things that you have to mention. For them, it's not natural like it is to us. You have to tell him, like, for example, we all know Moya David, right? For those of us that may not know Moya David, it's this guy that started, performing surprises for guys. Like you can pay him to go surprise your girlfriend this Valentine's, by the way, in case you've been looking for ideas. You can pay him, have gifts, give the gifts to him, and you'll go surprise your girlfriend. Of course, provide the address and all that. You perform some very sweet dance for your girl, and give the gifts. So I've been, you're here thinking, you could be in my situation too. So when Moya David really came into the scene, so hyped, thinking, hey, because I know that my man is the kind of man that knows that I love surprises. Oh, I do. I really surprises. And so I also know he's a fun-loving guy, and we kind of done with those kind of things, and you've talked about it and all that. So I'm here thinking, maybe one of these days he's going to surprise me. Shock on me. So one of these days I'm like, hey baby, Moya David, Navila, He's like, who is Moya David? Oh my god. So all along I've been here seated, wondering, thinking that one of these days I'm going to receive a surprise from Moya David. Dude doesn't even know who a Moya David is. Now see how I'd be so mad at him now, thinking that he'll be surprised by my David, and kumbe the guy doesn't even know who my David is. So simply what I'm trying to say is, some of these things that women love, you have to tell them, I love this and this and this. I wish one day you could do this and this and this for me. And if it's a guy that you guys usually sit down and have conversation, you enjoy each other's company, he loves you, he enjoys your company, he loves seeing you happy. He's going to put it in his mind, and one day you're going to get that surprise that you really want. But now, keeping quiet and thinking that he's going to do it, these things do not come natural to them. But bottom line is, you might even mention all these things that you want done for you. He will do them, but he won't do them on Valentine's Day. And some Valentine's Day it's just a day. That's what mine keeps saying. Valentine's Day is just a day. We are clocking 10 years this year. This May actually. We usually keep we have different dates and different months, but for myself I know it's May. And I can tell you, for the 10 years, during Valentine's Day, I've only received flowers like four times, like four Valentines in the 10 years. We've never really gone out on Valentine's Day, but he's cooked one Valentine's Day. He did cook for me, like, really throwing it down in the kitchen. But Valentine's Day is not really a big deal for him. Even those Valentines that I did something, I think it was peer pressure. Got flowers, got wine, got chocolate, but it's simply not him. Now, him is like that day that you're not expecting nothing, and then he comes with flowers, he goes, gets wine. No, that's him. A day that is not stipulated for anyone, a day that not every other man in the world is doing it. Now, that means something to him. But Valentine, it's not really a day that I sit down and wait for anything much from him, because I know Valentine's for him is just a day like any other. And this is something we talked about as our relationship was starting. So it's not a day that causes wrangles for us. So learn your man. Don't compare relationship to any other person. So they were taken out. He's not your man. Appreciate your own man. He bought you a gift just the other day. Appreciate that gift. Just because it didn't come on Valentine's Day, no, that doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. Learn your man's love language and appreciate that. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, and may God bless you. Have a beautiful Valentine's Day, right? And if when you don't have a Valentine's, you don't have a man, it doesn't mean you cannot be happy on that day. It's just a day. Be grateful that you're going to wake up feeling well, healthy. Everything is right. If you have kids, they are healthy. Be grateful. Find something to be grateful for each and every day. Don't just focus on the negative all the time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Continue subscribing, and I love you all. Mwah.